Well, let's dive into the psychology of unhealthy infatuation. Now, we're not talking about a crush or romantic infatuation here. We're talking about when someone becomes obsessively fixated on another person, not because they want to be with them, but because they're consumed by envy. So what's going on in their minds when this happens? Well, envy itself is a complex emotion. It stems from a feeling of lacking something that someone else possesses. It's like a green-eyed monster that gnaws at our insides, making us yearn for what we don't have. When we become infatuated with someone out of envy, it's often because we perceive them as having something we desire. Maybe they have a successful career, a seemingly perfect life, or an abundance of talents. We become so fixated on their achievements or possessions that it consumes our thoughts. But why does this infatuation turn unhealthy? Well, it's because we start comparing ourselves to this person in an unrealistic and often negative way. We start doubting our own worth and abilities, feeling inferior and inadequate in comparison. This unhealthy, envious infatuation can also be fueled by a fear of missing out or a fear of failure. We start believing that if we were more like this person, we would be happier or more successful. We become so preoccupied with their life that we neglect our own goals and aspirations. The allure of envy-fueled infatuation. There are a few common reasons why people may find themselves in this sticky situation. Let's explore them. 1. Achievement and success. One common reason is when we see someone who has achieved great success or reached a level of accomplishment that we desire for ourselves. We become infatuated with them because we want what they have, be it a successful career, wealth, recognition, or fame. Their achievements become a benchmark against which we measure our own worth. 2. Material possessions. Sometimes we become infatuated with someone because they have material possessions that we covet. It could be a fancy car, a luxurious house, designer clothes, or any other symbol of wealth and status. We yearn for these possessions and believe that obtaining them will bring us happiness and validation. 3. Relationships and social status. Another common reason for envy-infused infatuation is when we see someone in a seemingly perfect relationship or surrounded by a glamorous social circle. We crave the love, attention, and admiration that they receive. We become infatuated with the idea of having the same level of romantic or social success as they do. 4. Talents and skills. Sometimes we become infatuated with someone because they possess exceptional talents or skills that we admire. It could be their artistic abilities, athletic prowess, or intellectual brilliance. We are captivated by their talents and wish we could possess the same level of excellence. 5. Personal characteristics. In some cases, we may become infatuated with someone because of their personality traits or characteristics that we find desirable. It could be their confidence, charisma, charm, or even their physical appearance. We become enamored with the idea of embodying those qualities ourselves. It's important to note that these reasons for envy-fueled infatuation are not inherently negative. It's natural to be inspired by others and aspire to achieve similar things. However, it becomes unhealthy when our infatuation turns into an obsession and negatively impacts our self-esteem and well-being. Remember, it's perfectly okay to admire and be motivated by others' achievements, but it's important to focus on our own journey, strengths, and goals. Embrace your uniqueness and work towards your own version of success, rather than getting caught up in the trap of envy-infused infatuation. It's also important to remember that envy is a normal human emotion, but when it becomes all-consuming and starts affecting our mental well-being, it's time to take a step back. Recognize that everyone's journey is different, and we each have our own unique path to follow. So instead of fixating on what others have, focus on your own strengths, goals, and achievements. Celebrate your own successes and work towards your own dreams.